Okay, let's explore this equivalent units exercise. The cutting department of Ivanhoe Company has the following production and cost data for July. So you see on the screen that they completed and transferred out 12,960 units. Beginning work in process, well, let's stick with units for a minute. 3,240 units were in ending that should say work in process. They're 60% complete. Or maybe you could read it just the way it says, 3,240 units and ending working in process. Now, it should be work in process. They're 60% complete as to conversion cost and 100% complete as to materials. Okay, and on the cost side, which we're not going to worry about just yet, beginning work in process was 0, direct materials was 81,000, direct labor incurred 17,496, and manufacturing overhead was 19,764. Okay, so what we're going to do on part A is determine the equivalent units of production for material and conversion cost. All right, so how do we do that? Okay, I've put some new information here on the screen. You can see I moved it in and I'm showing you the solution. So the units completed and transferred out were 12,960. The work in process was 100% complete as to materials and 60% complete regarding conversion costs. So to compute the equivalent units, we just separate that between material and conversion and then total them. So that's our 16,200 and our 14,904. Okay, now I moved the screen a little bit. Now let's compute the unit costs. Okay, we've already determined the correct equivalent units for material and conversion. So if I slide on up, what do we have? We've got the 81,000 of material cost divided by 16,200. There's our total equivalent units to use for materials. So that's where the 16,200 comes from. Where'd the 8,100 come from? Right here, the direct materials they gave us. So if we divide that 81,000, let me slide so you can see it. Slide a little bit more. 81,000 divided by 16,200, you come up with $5 as the unit cost for materials. Now, conversion cost, we have to add the 17,496 plus the 19,764 and divide it by the conversion costs equivalent units we came up with. There's our 14,904. So that goes in the denominator. So what goes in the numerator? Well, it was the direct labor cost and the manufacturing overhead cost, because conversion cost consists of both of those. So we can add those together, then divide by the conversion costs, the correct conversion cost to use, which would be, or let me say that again, the correct total equivalent units to use. And since we're focused on conversion cost, it's the 14,904. So add those divided by 14,904, and we have calculated what the unit cost would be on a per unit basis per equivalent unit.